I used to do brand ambassadoring full time, and I would often run into the same issues where people would just not like me for no reason, or people would start ganging up on me. And yeah, this has been my experience throughout life for the most part. Now I realize it's because I'm called to be the light of God, and if people do not have the light of God, then they will start trying to come for you because the demons in them or Satan trying to basically tear you down through these people, it will happen. So today I worked an event. I typically don't really do brand ambassadoring anymore because of the drama. And because of that reason, it's almost like people need someone to pick on type deal. Um, but I noticed today that I did not care like I used to care. Because I think for me, I'm not quite afraid to lose a job or to put somebody in their place in the sense that it points them towards God. Not to put them in their place just to put them in their place, but to expound the knowledge and wisdom of God, so they come out of whatever toxic thought cycle that they're in that's causing them to be disorganized or hateful towards others or vain or whatever the deal is. And so um, I just picked up on, a couple of people that just have serpent spirits, and it was obvious. It was very obvious, which maybe at times in the past I didn't want to admit it or want to ignore it because I just wanted to keep the peace. But this time around, I was like, no, that's an obvious serpent. Like, and I wasn't even worried about it. Like, it wasn't phasing me. Like sometimes it can. And so, I was just attacked. Like, it was like this girl was trying something, and she was the manager of this event. And the thing is, I was reading yesterday in the Psalms how it talks about they repay good with evil. And so I said, all right, I just read this. It's probably going to happen soon. So that's basically what ended up happening. you know, I feel like this person, whoever she is, I could say whatever she um, is the type of person in which they will do all this wickedness. They will use all this manipulation to get to the place they want to be. When they're there, they will continue using it, and they'll just keep piling up that wickedness, you know, onto their truck, in their truck bed, and they will get so far deep that they will not be able to get themselves out. And so that's a person who's used to lying and who's used to deceiving. And it's unfortunate because I felt like this woman was lying, and I felt like she was trying to test me. I had asked for a shirt, and she had said, "Oh yeah, well I don't know if I can give away any shirts. I mean, I have so many in my car, but I don't know if I can give." And I felt like she was trying to make me mad, but I wasn't really mad. I was just like, okay, if you want to be petty, you can be petty. But how the whole thing started, I feel like, was just this bandana situation where we were passing out bandanas. And I'm used to doing brand ambassadoring, so I'm being extra dancing and like telling people about the service and that kind of thing. The other two that were working near me were not doing anything except for giving out the bandanas. When really what we should have been doing is asking people to download the app and then they would get a bandana. And so the manager wanted to slow down the process because we were running out of bandanas. So I had said, okay, well, if you encourage these two to tell people about the app, the process will be slower. Somehow she took offense to that and she had said something to them because I kind of heard them in the back saying something. And then these two started to go on the attack against me. And I said, I'm just going to ignore it because why not? Like, I can do what I want. I can ignore this. I know you're doing it because someone told you something that probably was wrong. And then, people were saying stuff about me just like being engaging to the customers, what we were supposed to do. So it was like they were acting out of a spirit of jealousy, a spirit of fear, of envy, of bitterness, of something I didn't even do. And all this could have been solved with communication, but, there was no communication because it basically was a setup. And so these are the kinds of things that the children of the devil do. They make those kinds of setups because they want to ensnare God's children. That's why they repay evil for the good you've done to them. Because I was asking this girl if she wanted help, and I was genuinely trying to help her, and she would use the help of one person, and that was it. And yeah, she just was perpetually offended. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of persecution that we're going to get at work, because the darkness can see the light. If a person is real deep in darkness, and she was, because she started using divination and like repeating some of the thoughts that the devil was trying to put in my mind, which wasn't true, which is interesting because a thought will cross your mind. It can be from the devil, and the devil will try to accuse you like you accepted that thought or didn't challenge that thought. And so that was kind of the things that were going on. Like I was being accused of thinking I was better than other people. Oh Lord. Oh God. That one happens a lot. Oh, you think you're better than other people. But truly it's like the insecurities of that person, the demons in that person that is causing them to flip out against you. They might see what a good worker you are, or, how you can think on your feet or whatever the deal is, and they just get mad because I don't know, they're not in that position. But the truth is, if you're a manager, you know, you should encourage your workers that work well, just for the fact that they're going to make you look good. But there's no thought processes concerning that, so it's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I wrote her a long email about her behavior, and it was long. It was like 5 paragraphs, and I ended up sending it to the wrong person, which is kind of funny. But that wrong person might have been also the right person because she works for the marketing agency, um, where this girl used to work. So, and part of me is like, why would you bring this unprofessionalism to work? But so many people are used to faking and lying and deceiving that they remain in these positions by just, brown nosing people or whatever the deal is. It's just very intriguing. Realize that the devil is going to try to blame you, because that's what was kind of happening, where one of the guys was like, well, some people just aren't going to want to be around you because there's something you need to change. I didn't actually need to change anything. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing when I was supposed to be doing it. But when a person is insecure and you're doing the right thing, they're going to feel more insecure because they're doing the wrong thing. And they're going to try to blame it on you because their insecurity. And so that's what happened. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to take responsibility for this. Like, you just need to look in the mirror and change your clothes or something, because that's not going to work for me. Never did that in the past, ever. I would have been afraid to lose my job, to offend someone, that I was doing the wrong thing in general, etc., etc., etc. But not who the Father has made me. The Father has made me someone who stands up for my convictions and wants to tell people what it is so that they don't fall any deeper. Like, that's what I'm here for. So, interesting times.